So let's say that we find that life began on Mars and Europa. So let's say we find microbes. Then, as you say, the question becomes, how likely is it that given the origin of life, at some point you get intelligence, complex living things, and then intelligence at the civilization level? And again, of course, we don't know. But we do have the only piece of evidence we have that would allow us to make a guess is the time that it took to go from the origin of life to a civilization on Earth. And that time is something like 3.8 billion years. So let's say around 4 billion years. The Earth is 4.5 billion years old. So we have two pieces of evidence, really. One is that life began pretty much as soon as it could on Earth, give or take, right, when the Earth had formed and cooled down. But then it took something like 4 billion years to produce a civilization. And that is a long time. It's about a third of the age of the universe. And so if that is typical, and again, to emphasize, we don't know, it's the only piece of evidence we have, but if it really does take many billions of years to go from the origin of life to things like us, then you could argue that the number of civilizations might be quite low in a galaxy like the Milky Way. And that's just based on the observation that we live in a violent universe. Many stars don't live for 4 billion years, for a start, right? So you need a particular kind of